Okay, so welcome to part two of the series of Google Classroom. So hopefully the first one got you started. If you are familiar with Google Classroom and you're wondering about the assignment, hopefully you'll learn about this part over here. So first thing is just that when you go create an assignment, this is what you're going to find it. Create the assignment is just that it will create a folder inside of Google Drive, and the name of the assignment will be in there, okay? And we'll go into a little bit more detail. So therefore, if I want to see over here, say demo 1, this will be the assignment 1, let's say. And once again, don't forget, if I have multiple sections of, let's say, photo 10, then I can just select, I want to press this one, I want to check this mark, and this assignment would go to all the three of them and create 3 different folders, okay? So in this part, you can actually write, please, that's what I use, like when I start, please use this presentation to start. Due date, probably want to put that in. It's really nice that you put that in. So let's say I'm going to say maybe like 22nd. And the time is also a good feature that you want to have. So in here, I'm going to just put like 3:10 and PM. Again, you have the topic. So if you remember from the first video, it says that you created some topics. In this case, I'll say exposure. I'll use that one. You can create a new one, okay? So I use exposure. And in here, I can use those attachments. But now I want to show you something. So if you recall in the first video, I said to you, like, it'll create a folder in your Google Drive. So if I'm into my drive, click on the little arrow, you have like over here, I already changed it. Probably from you, it was just going to be say classroom. Okay, it's not going to say the full feature of this part over here. Also, it won't be blue. Okay, you can actually just do changing the color if you want to. Just right click on it, and it says like over here, change the color, put it in a different color that you want. Also, for those of you who are not too sure, why do I have some numbers in front? It's because if you think about sorting, it's just if you put numbers, it will come to the top. So if I go to my drive, like over here, this is why I use numbers, okay? But inside my classroom, if I click onto this, it's just that you will see right over here, where is that guy? I'd said, what did I call this? I call it photo demo 2016. Well, go back, demo 2016. So you see the name over here, number 2016. So if I go back, I have the demo somewhere, demo 2016. So that's the folder that it is. Double click onto this. So now I don't have any assignment yet because I didn't click onto the assign. But here's the cool feature. Now I see if you can remember some part, it's just that please try to create the template that you want your students to use. So in other words, if you want to do a presentation, very simple, or a document. So most of you probably will use docs. I'll use a doc. So click at Google Doc. Yeah. And I'm going to say over here, please use this doc for your assignment, okay? You can click in here to make the name, but I'll change that. We'll say over here, this will be exposure. If you can recall, I'm in exposure, and I'll say assignment number 1. Then a little trick, I'll put a little underscore, because what happens is that this will be used as a template. And then every student who's going to use this, their name will appear at the end of this, okay? So that's a pretty cool feature. Now, I can close this because it's automatically saved. Now, if I go back to my assignment, I click onto my drive. Usually, what happens is that if it's recent, here it is. Now, in this one, watch this part over here, is that if you add this, and then pause and make sure that you do understand this. In this case, I want to have every student to have their own doc. So in here, if I click onto this, I have students can view. So therefore, if you are just submitting your course outline, you would say that they can only view. If you are submitting something that you're planning, like maybe a phys ed trip, you want the students to know what they're doing, just say, oh, they can edit. This part over here only appears when you do the assignment first. So if you forget this part and you post it, you'll have to delete the assignment and redo it, okay? So make a copy for each student. So when I do that, and I say over here, I can just assign it. Okay, I'll do that. I'll assign it. So now, whenever students comes in and they'll see I have no students in the next class, when they click on it, it creates the folder with the doc name and also adds their name to the actual document. And I'll show that video when I do the student series of this part. Now to go back, I'll really go really quickly because this is a cool feature that I use a lot. I'll say demo 2, and again, assignment. Okay, and I'm going to choose like, I'm not going to choose date, like you can choose that. The reason why I want to go really fast is just to show you. If I use this again, I'll do add, then I go make a copy for each student. Here's a cool feature. You can assign it now. You can schedule it if you want to. So therefore, you can actually just choose a different date or time also. If you remember the time, so if you go to click over here, you choose which day you want to schedule it. And this, I use that a lot when I do quizzes or exams. And then the other part is just that you can save it as a draft. So therefore, you can actually put it in and wait for a little while to see when you're going to post it. So you can do that. So you can pre-plan your week in order to save the draft. So I'm going to say just save draft. And there they are. So hopefully, this part over here is that you have the create assignment gives you a lot of features. Okay. For those of you who have already used Google Classroom and you created some assignment before and you want to reuse it, and even though you archive, you can go in here, and in here you have access to all the classes that you ever done in Google Classroom. It's all in there, and you can go back to anywhere you want. So this for me was 2014. Hopefully this video shows you more about the assignment. In the part 3 is that I'll go a little bit more into details of the actual features of reuse and also how to start marking. Okay.